good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, wherever you are in the world. Welcome to episode 3 of We're All Humans Here. My name is Mike. I've been hosting today's show. I'll be hosting all the shows technically, but it just rolls off the tongue. Today we're gonna be talking to Liam, or JimFiggerty, a 77-year-old Irish Twitch streamer, musician, and just a beautiful, positive, happy soul of a human being. This is a really great episode. There was a few little technical issues at the beginning, so it kind of cuts in. It basically starts with me saying hello, how are you today, and then it starts there. So it picks up nicely. This is a wonderful episode. I really enjoyed speaking to Liam. You are gonna hear him play some of his instruments and things like that, and hear about his life story and his perspective on things. And it's just truly wonderful to speak with someone who's far more experienced at this amazing journey called life than I am. And yeah, it's just very wholesome chat. So get comfortable, grab your snacks, get ready to enjoy what is probably one of the chillest episodes in a really nice, wholesome way. So sit back, enjoy, and I will see you in a couple of seconds whenever I make the cut. Enjoy your days. Bye!
I'm in good shape as usual. I mean, I'm up here, every day. I'm up here every day.
This is why I wanted to speak to you, Liam. Like, when we first raided you, it was so random. We were like finishing the stream, and we said, "Oh, we'll go and find another channel." And we were just browsing, and we were like, "Oh, this guy looks really interesting." And we came over to your stream, and you just won over everybody's hearts in like seconds. Like, you pulled out your guitar, started playing, and everyone was like, "Oh my god, this guy's amazing!" And we wouldn't stop talking about you for at least
Really?
a week afterwards. Yeah, 100%. I got so many like messages from people saying like, "Wow, that was the best raid we've done. Like, it was wonderful. Like, this guy's
Oh my
amazing."
God.
It's so wonderful. And you've seen how many people come back into your channel to see you. Like, it's so
Oh yes,
wonderful.
yes. I, yeah, but you know what? I actually saw you. Believe it or believe it not, you were flicking through different people, and what's this? What's this? Oh, he's gone. He's gone. Where's he gone? Where's he gone? And I had gone into the kitchen. Okay. And I came, oh, there he is, there he is. And I said, what the fuck is he doing,
Yeah, I think you were cooking chicken or something. And we were about to go over. We were like, "Oh wait, no, we'll just wait. We'll wait until he comes back."
Yeah, it's funny, I was actually watching that at the time. I mean, again, I was, how to call it, just searching. What's this fella? Who's this? Blah, blah, blah.
What's
Oh,
going on
wow.
here then? Do you watch much? Do you watch much Twitch yourself, and things like that?
It's, I'll be totally honest with you, I'm addicted. I get up in the morning, I come down
Mm.
the stairs, my desktop is there,
Mm-hmm.
okay? I hit it on, I turn on the monitor, I go to the kitchen, make a cup of tea.
Mm.
Crazy, okay? I come back to the screen, sit down. Okay, first off it's Firefox, then Facebook, mail, Hotmail. I read the local papers online, Irish papers
Mm.
online, and then Streamlabs, Twitch.
Done.
Who's
Off
here?
we go.
So I go back then and check who was on last night for the scan baiting job. I actually get
Mm.
a kick out of the scan baiting. I'm afraid to play music because of a strike. You with me?
Yeah. The copyright and all that
My
sort of stuff.
So for the last 3 years, my daily thing was YouTube, backing tracks for the sax or the clarinet, or chords for the guitar, and I could sit here with hours. Just I read the notes. I can read the music,
Mm.
and with the backing track, and then I record it on the camera. And I swear to God to you, there must be 2,000 recordings of me doing stuff like I don't care, good, bad, or indifferent. I will do it. You with me?
Mm.
And I'll try and follow the music best I can. And I'm not into big band stuff, the old time Glenn Miller type stuff.
Yeah.
That's my favourite, okay? And
I can see your face
some
light
of the
up as
tunes.
well. As you speak about it, I can hear you. I can see
Oh,
your face lighting up. It's wonderful. So you like the big band stuff?
oh yes. See, I was part of that for years. There was a 15 piece with what there was four tenor saxes, four trumpets, bass guitar, keyboard, drums, vocalist, blah blah
Wow.
blah, the whole trombones, and it was just no, there was no money in it.
Mm.
It was purely for pleasure, and we were all kind of semi-retired army, ex-army musicians, put it that way, and we got together, formed a big band, and away we go. Oh, it's heaven, man, heaven.
What sort of music did you play? Did you ever play in front of crowds or like in pubs and things like that?
Okay, I'll give you a brief synopsis from day one, right?
You can
Okay,
go into detail if you want. I'd love to hear it.
okay,
Absolutely.
at 15 years of age, I joined up what's known here as the Army School of Music. Okay, I signed on the dotted line. Okay, now that meant I had signed my life away for 12 years. In other words, right? um, we were we were taught how to read and write music and understand it for 6 months. There was no instruments for 6 months. It was theory morning, theory evening, theory here, theory all the time. So then, close to Christmas, I was handed a clarinet. I was handed one of those. Okay.
Mm.
Now I'd never seen one, let alone played one before. Okay. So after Christmas, then the lesson started, and you were kind of here you go, trying to get a note out of it. You with me?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
bit by bit by bit, it all came into play. And then that was start of 1961. That
Mm.
was the start of my learning to play the clarinet. By the middle of 62, I was sent out to a band. There were four army bands at the
Mm.
time, one, two, three, and four, they were called. But I was kept in Dublin in the number one band because my family were in Dublin.
Mm.
And I was, think, 2 years into that, there was a shop outside the barracks and they had this lovely shiny saxophone in the window. So it was 10 bob a week, 10 shillings a week. You know what shillings are, of course, you're English.
I've had shillings, yeah.
And I bought the sax. I was in my auntie's in a place called Kilmainham. There was a knock at the door, and there was two young lads looking for Liam. Of course, it was me because it was my auntie's house. And do you play sax? I didn't play sax, but I had one. So I joined up with what was known as a show band. It was a 6 piece, 7 piece show band, and they were all kids, 15, 16, 17, like myself. And after about 6 or 8 practices, we went on the road doing say first bands for the big bands, and that developed a bit over the years. So between my army career and the night time playing and show in bands around the country, dance halls, marquees, whatever, that's where the music started, more or less. Um, I had to do my classical stuff during the day with the army, finish at 4 o'clock, and I could have to run mad to somewhere to get into a van to travel to Kerry or Cork or somewhere like that. And, oh man, great life, absolutely great life. Different scenery, different people, different stuff. A fabulous life, yeah. Okay, we got many a rip off like do the gig, no pay, stuff
Yeah.
like that. But that was life. That was
That's
life.
so wonderful though.
So okay, as you see in my eyes, like I mean, it was heaven, pure heaven,
Yeah, I can see it.
um,
The spark.
utopia. I think what I would call it. So, 1972 May, I left the army and started to work at. Actually, I went on a building site in August. I couldn't even lift the block, let alone do anything. I had to start up the mixer every morning. I couldn't do it. I hadn't. There was no muscle. There was nothing there. There was nothing. And I was 27 years of age. After that, oh yeah, approaching Christmas, my mom. No, Christmas morning, I phoned my mom. She was in America, and she was sick. Oh, please come over, son, please come over. So she sent me the fare to get to the States in January 1973. Oh man, it was just, God! Stayed there till March, came home. I can't remember after that. It's a distant memory now.
It all kind of
I'm
goes
trying
into
to get
one.
you to when the big band started. The big band club started. Uh, I was still different bands. Hello, sax. Yeah, yeah, okay, yeah. See, just different bands, different places. And then someone rang to know, can you read? I said, yes, I can read. Will you do this gig in this? It's actually the a hall in Harrington Street, a big band gig. I said, absolutely, yeah. So I did it. I said, oh, I like this. I got the feel for it. You don't play it as written. You know what I mean? And everybody that does that stuff has the same feel.
Mm.
I mean, if you were to see, for instance, say "In the Mood" written, it's just all even notes, dun 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 dun. But that the feel is da 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 da. That's the feel, and
Mm.
it's natural. Oh, I
It's
like that
something
stuff. Yeah, so I was held
definitely
anyway, and we played and played and played. No money. It was fun.
just for fun.
Uh, what happened then? I quit. I stopped. I quit everything.
How come?
No guitar, no clarinet, no sax. I just stopped. Uh, Went to work a normal job, if you want to call it that. 1990, I think it was, 1998, 1999. Some guy rang me to know could I play with him in a pub, play guitar in a pub. Now I played bass guitar as well, so I played bass guitar in the pub with this two-man band. Just
Mm.
he on the guitar, me on the bass, and a microphone. That was it. In different pubs. I said, oh, I have to get back to my clarinet. Picked up the clarinet, squeak, squawk, squawk, squawk. I said, oh,
Mm.
I have to do this. I have to do this. Sold my house in Dublin in 2004, moved down here, and there was a lot of music. This town is renowned for musicians, like rock, heavy rock stuff. But there
Mm.
was a band playing soul, and I like soul, right?
Mm.
But
Yeah.
I couldn't play the clarinet. What did I do? What did I do, man? I got up Irish music with this fella, right?
Oh yeah, yeah.
There's only seven notes on that, okay? It's a little whistle, okay? That sort of thing. And I was
Mm.
reading that slowly, slowly, and slowly. It took 3 years to get to read the way I wanted to read, and now I can read anything, that type of thing. It was a build, but the fact that I had experience in the army of slowly do it, slowly, slowly build, build,
Mm.
build, build, and I got back. So I can read both sax now and clarinet and whistle. So
That's
job is
wonderful.
oxo, as they say over here. uh, okay, you want to ask questions? Go ahead.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, that's so lovely to hear uh, your story as well. How it all like goes up and it goes down, and you're doing all these things. It seems almost like a different world where you say you can go with a band and you're moving all over the country, just like you said, doing your army school, performing, practicing, and then after the army going into other bands, like running down to the bands or wherever to go to a bar to perform, and then back again. It sounds like you were living your life, like you were alive. You were doing things, just always on the go, which sounds absolutely wonderful. I was wondering when you said when you were in the school, the army school of music. How come they had an army school of music? Was that to perform in the army, or what was like? Because I've never heard of something like that before.
I think it was 1928, 29.
Mm.
Now, I'm not too certain of years or the chronological, okay, but this
Mm.
two German musicians were in Ireland, and I don't know, but they started a band, okay, in Brewer Barracks in Rathmines in Dublin. They started to train Colonel Fritz Brazzi. and Colonel Sauserweg, two Germans.
Mm.
I'm not too sure of the history, but anyway, um, it developed from there, and there was a little area in the barracks that was cordoned off in a sense. There wasn't really, but it was a different area where the music took place. There was a band hall, there was
Mm.
this, there was that, but we were still soldiers. We were, as a boy, I was 15, I was treated as an adult soldier. Up in the morning at 7, make your bed, shave your face or whatever, and get on a parade, march to breakfast. I was still a soldier. But
Mm.
bit by bit, musicians came in and they formed 2 bands, then 3 bands, then 4 bands.
Yeah.
Eastern Command, Western Command, Southern Command, and the Corps.
Hmm.
So it was 4 bands. That's how it all started. And there was probably 180 to 190 musicians. And once a year there was a concert said in Cork, and it was all the bands got together. And what a sound, man! You're thinking of. Sorry, I'm getting excited now.
No, no. Tell me what happened when they all came together.
It was okay. Once a year there used to be a thing called a band competition. Okay, the 4 bands would perform separately. There'd be basketball, there'd be soccer, there'd be drinking, uh, and never, ever, ever was there a fight. You with me? Except on the basketball court, yeah, or the football pitch. But like, it was just, I can't explain to you. Smiles, laughter, remember this, remember that, remember the other, all this sort of stuff. Remember when I did this and when you did that. Oh, God, memories, fabulous memories, man.
I can
Yeah.
tell for sure. I can tell for sure.
But
Especially when
it's the same
you're.
with
No, go on.
in the UK. So many bands in the UK, and I guarantee you, it's the exact same thing in the UK. Bands get together, they think about where they were training, how they were trained, who did this, who did that, who did whatever, and who made a fool of themselves. And it's just pure banter, pure banter.
It sounds like it was like a wonderful community where everybody knew each other. Like you said, you could go your separate ways, come back together, share like stories of everything that's happened. So you did that for 12 years in the army. I was posted in Dublin and things like that. Then you
Yes.
left, and then you said you stopped. What made you stop?
I don't know. I've no answer to that. I don't know. I just stopped.
I suppose it sometimes like reaches a point where you're just I don't know how to explain it. Where you reach the point and you're like something like you just it's either not that you need a break, but maybe like some headspace just to clear your mind. That must have been quite wonderful then. Like a couple of years later, I think you said 1998, when you got the call to go and perform in the 2-man band. Did it like how did it feel going back into music after the break?
Hmm. Well, I'll tell you one thing, it was hard on the fingers with the strings of the guitar. That much I can tell you. Coming home and going to the fridge and getting out something frozen and put the finger into it. Oh, relief, relief, relief.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah, yeah. But sure, even now, I'm calloused. There are calluses on my fingers
Mm,
from the guitar. But
experience
I'm
as
not a
well.
guitar player. I'm not a guitar player. I strum. That's all I do.
That's really cool though. That's really cool. What's your favorite instrument to play?
Ooh, has to be clarinet, the one I was taught on.
Where it all started.
Has to be him. Has to be him. It's a tie between this one and the tenor saxophone. I have two saxes. I have the tenor and the alto. I don't like
Can
the
you,
alto.
what don't you like about it?
Um, the tenor sax I have is it's an antique, and it's
Mm.
actually a collector's piece. Only I didn't know it at the time, and
Oh.
it's older than me. It was made in circa 1943,
Mm.
and it's no, it looks terrible, but it plays, man. Does it play? I put it on camera just to show it.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Oh wow, look at this. Wow, that's magnificent.
It's a King Super 20.
The detail on it is insane.
And the reason that is see these markings, see the markings.
Yeah, all the added on bit. What are they?
It's just lines in the shape of a diamond.
Wow.
But you can't see,
That's
can
so...
you?
Oh no, I can. Yeah, I can see. I can see. It's it looks like super unique. It's got so much personality to it. Oh yeah, I can see the lines on the top bit as well,
Yeah.
like the engravings. Wow. So where did you get this?
My mum brought that from America in 1970, and it also has see the keys. It's mother of pearl.
Wow, that's impressive.
Yeah, look.
Damn, that's so cool, man.
I was offered $5,000 for it, and I said no.
$5,000. Wow.
Well, it's worth more than that. It's worth about $9,000 to the person that wants it, not to you or Jack or Paul. If a person wanted this, he'd pay $9,000 for it because of the age and the quality. I mean, it's solid, you know. Well, I didn't know it was. I only found out last year. I just thought it was a sax.
Yeah.
And the guy I gave it to, man, he says, "Where did you get that?" I said, "What? What's up?" That's a collector's piece. I said, "Oh, well, Jesus, so." There's the other one. That's the alto sax. Oh, the details are incredible, yeah.
Insane amount of detail, yeah. Can you do us a little song? I love it. I love hearing you play, man.
I blow a few notes, okay?
Yeah, please do. I love hearing you play.
Will it blow a few notes? I hope it blows now after this. See, every reed player has to get liquid between the reeds. See the reed?
Yeah, just at the bottom, underneath.
It's made of wood, bamboo, and then there's a mouthpiece. And you have to wet it.
To help you out.
So, it sounds bad, but listen.
Wow. Man, that's so good.
I played my few notes.
That's wonderful. That's super wonderful.
Okay, different sound.
Okay, this is the collector's one.
Totally different sound. Now, get that headset down a bit.
Yeah, no.
Turn down your ears
Right,
a
here
bit.
we go.
This is very loud.
Okay, I'm ready.
I'll do the same tune.
Wow, man, that's so nice. Oh, dude, it sounds so.
That's a few notes, just a few notes, and I can't let you go without a few notes on the clarinet. Okay. Okay, I'll just do something very short, a few notes.
Okay, I'm ready.
Trio jazz. I made a hymn, well, it doesn't matter, and a lovely tune, Straight on the Shore. There you go.
That's so beautiful, man. The sound is so pure as well. Oh, I love how you're.
That's my life.
Just hearing you play brings me so much joy. It makes me so happy to hear you. And even just how you light up, you can see when you're playing and you're like getting into it. It's like, oh, it's so wonderful. It's really, really lovely. I'm so I'm so grateful that you take the time to play and share like your passion with the world. And you can tell it's something that has been with you since you were 15. Like, and there's no denying. I can see it in your eyes now. You're like, ah. It's really, really lovely. When you came onto Twitch and you started sharing it, like streaming it online and things like that, did you say you did YouTube before? Like you recorded stuff for YouTube?
Oh, there's about 150 videos on
Oh
YouTube,
wow, I
at least. There's me messing, me on my own, clarinet, whatever. Then there's small bands, big bands, everything. Most of it now, I have to say, is the big band and that lone. I've recorded on. I have a camcorder somewhere here, and I put it in situ. I just face the band, okay, and when we're about to start, hit the button and run back and sit down and start playing. And then when the gig was over, I'd bring it home and I'd edit it tune by tune. There was a software that came with Windows 7, which was a free editing program, and it was perfect. But that's not there anymore, and I can't find it. And I was able to say get a 2.5 hour show, different songs, edit them, start to finish, save it, start to finish, save it, and they're all on YouTube. And there's also uh, for 3 years they were doing a fundraiser for the local theatre, and everybody in the town got together and rehearsed certain songs, okay, and performed on the night. Now I had the camera back up where the sound desk was again, just focused on the stage, right, okay. I recorded all that, and I came home and I edited it, and YouTube. It's all there. I'll give you the link. I'll give you a link
I'd love to
to
go
my
down
channel.
that rabbit hole.
But how I started on Twitch, okay. Around this time last year, maybe slightly before, like
Mm.
chronologically, I'm not too sure, okay. Well, let's say from January, I was watching YouTube, scam baiting, police, the English
Mm.
police force, uh, can't pay, we take it away,
Yeah, yeah,
all
yeah.
this stuff on YouTube, okay. And I was watching this fella, what's he doing? He mentioned the word Twitch. I said, what the hell is Twitch? So Google Twitch. Oh, that looks interesting. So I created a name, which is now JimFiggerty. That's the
Hmm.
name I created. Okay. Now, where that name came from, back in the 80s, it was a newspaper, and there was a white blank square,
A white.
nothing else. What is this? Okay, just a blank square in
Okay.
somewhere in the paper, in the advertising department of
Mm.
the newspaper. Blank square, nothing else, white. And maybe 3 days later, watch this space on the blank square. And maybe after about 6 weeks, uh, Jim is here.
Yeah, who's Jim?
Who's
Who's
Jim?
Jim?
Nobody knew who Jim was, right? And then ended up with Jim Figgerty put the figs into fig rolls. It was an
for
ad. It
for
was an
fig rolls.
advertisement. So Jim Figgerty stuck on me. The name stuck in my head. So when I created Twitch, I used
Mm.
Jim Figgerty, right? um, and I was watching. What I was doing was watching and sort of commenting. There was no such thing as
Mm.
streaming at that stage. Around May or June, I changed my name, okay, to Irish Twat was the name I used. Okay, that was fine. But I went on and on and on and on. And on Christmas night, sorry, uh, I was I was said one night around November, December. Oh, by the way, I'm going live tomorrow night on
Mm.
YouTube, playing a few songs and singing this and singing that. Somebody called Stella, something or other, said, "Why don't you go live on Twitch?" And I said, "What?" Oh yeah, I wonder. You know the way
Mm.
you just wonder, okay? So I fiddled around with the computer, and I figured out that I had to download Streamlabs or something, which I did. And it was what did I download? Hold on a second. It was
Oh yeah,
OBS
yeah.
Studio. That's where I downloaded, and I had the chat here,
Mm.
okay, and I had the camera here. There was two
Hmm.
separate entities, and I started to go live. And I just sat there, and somebody come in and say, "Hello, who are you?"
Yeah.
Whatever, stuff like that. Where to get the name, who on, so on and so forth. So bit by bit, it built up, and within I think 4 days uh, affiliate. I was an
4
affiliate within
days.
4 days
Wow.
of people coming into
Wow.
into the chat.
That's impressive. Like that's really.
Do what? I was just sitting here. You know, I couldn't understand that. I said, what does affiliate mean? It means you can become monetized. What does that mean? Monetized. Ah, here I go for it. So I tried to get the bank, blah,
All
blah,
this stuff.
blah. Nothing doing. It kept refusing. And then I figured out what was going on. My address is the, etc. I had put TRHE
Oh, I
instead of
see it.
THE. Okay? So I went back and I was able to change that. I misspelled, but I didn't copy it in time. So a week later, I was
Wow.
monetized. Okay? Now I had no idea. I swear to you, Mike, I haven't a
You're like, well,
clue.
something's happening.
I could sit here, someone,
That's super impressive.
but Christmas night, I was suspended off
Oh
Twitch
wow. Oh, was that? Yeah.
because the name was deemed
I was
inappropriate.
gonna say when you said it, I was like, yeah.
Irish twat. It was deemed inappropriate because in Ireland, if you're called a twat, it means nothing. You're a fool, you're silly, you're this, you're that. Absolutely nothing to do with the female genital part. Absolutely nothing. And I was devastated. Oh, I've lost all my friends. Oh, Jesus, I know. But anyway, I appealed. I appealed it 2 or 3 emails. And eventually I got an email back saying, you have been unsuspended. You may now use JimFiggerty as your name. As, hence, here I am, JimFiggerty. That's it. I'm done. I'm not changing anymore. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, I'm not making any money over it.
I don't think many people do. You have to be like,
I am not
no.
in it for money.
It's wonderful as well because you can tell as well that you just turn on the camera, welcome people in, play some music for them, like all this fun stuff, just chat, hang out. Like it's really really lovely to see, especially when, like you said, you've been through Twitch before, like I'm guessing you've looked through like other streamers and what they do and that kind of thing. Do you have any favorites apart from like the scam betas and things like that?
I like watching your happy,
Oh.
you have so happy people. I lurk a lot in your channel, by the way. I just sit there. I just sit there. And I get a great kick out of trying to say any
We love it.
that name, any mini
Yeah.
manimo or whatever. I find it hard to say that. And the first time I saw it, I remember saying any mini and I just laugh. People, and I see the happiness in that stream it's just a pleasure to watch. You know, seriously. I mean, I genuinely, I sit there and I would just watch and say, "Oh, the happiness in that is great." You know, I have no idea what you're doing, by the way. I haven't a clue.
I don't either.
I just sit and
That's the
watch.
trick. I have no idea either.
Yeah, but I love to see that happiness. You know, I love, I love fun. How can I put it? People are up. They're high. I don't mean high on drugs. I mean they're happy. You see the typing. You can see the love coming out of the typing. It's just brilliant. Uh, I've won more blacks. Something blacks. He plays these marbles or something.
Oh, yeah, I know who you mean.
But
I know who you mean. I
again,
can't remember his name now. Yeah, I've chatted to him a few times. I know who you mean.
I have no idea what they're doing. I haven't a clue. But the screens is sticking all over the screen. Oh,
Stuff happening. Chaos.
so that's the two. That's the two scam pages. Mostly you. Now, I'm not trying to
Blow my ego.
brag or anything. I'm just saying because of the time you're rating. I said, I wonder what does he do? You know. So,
That's wonderful though. I'm so glad we did it. It's so nice to see people come from my channels to your channel and your channel to my channel, like, and spreading this kind of happiness and joy. Like you said, so many people are up here, they just need to have a place to express it, especially on the internet, especially now. Like, you look out into the world and it's like all doom and gloom and it's like when you keep it in a on a personal level where you're talking to people like we're talking now, like you talk to someone in your stream, you're like, oh, actually, just human beings are actually quite nice. Do you know what I mean?
Exactly. I have I have a very strict. There's no mention of anything about
Mm.
war or Ukraine. That's dead. I don't want that in my channel at all. I want to keep it up here rather than, as you said, doom
Mm.
and gloom. There's enough of that crap
Too
in the
much.
world, and I like to keep it happy. Yeah, crack a joke.
That's
Yeah,
what it is, though.
yeah.
It sounds like from your own experiences as well. That's how it's been. Because even though you were in the army, and obviously what the army stands for in terms of like defense and stuff, but even then you were like, there was no fighting, it was music, it was sport, it was coming together and having a good time and like respecting each other as people. And it seems like wherever you've gone, you've kind of carried that throughout your life, whether it's music, performance. You're like, it's not about the money. I'm not here to, make it big. I'm not here to try and make a load of money. I'm here to like make people smile and dance and have this amazing time and just live, just be alive. It's really the spark that you have, Liam, is like it hits. I'm like, I've so many of us have said this, but I hope when we get to your age, like we've still got that spark that you've got now. It's wonderful to see. It really, really is.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. I know I'll be 77 in May, but you know what? I don't feel it. I don't feel 70. I feel 40, 45. I'm full of beans. I don't take any medication whatsoever. No medication.
Damn.
And I do crack a joke now and again. I do crack a joke, and the joke is that how is it here? That's my
What
strongest
is it, like
tablet.
paracetamol?
It's
Oh,
it's just a
Rennie.
Rennie, a
Isn't that like
Rennie.
a indigestion like tablet?
I don't even take paracetamol. I take nothing. I'm so healthy. I feel so fresh. I don't understand.
Where do you think this energy and like health thing comes from?
I don't know. I don't know.
Hmm.
Good food, no
Hmm. That's a
alcohol.
good one.
Uh, keep moving. Keep moving. You know. Uh, be happy. Stay happy.
Mm.
I don't
That's
know. I don't know. I am who I am. I mean, okay, my desk is what? Just out of curiosity, measuring tape, measuring the height of my desk.
do some DIY.
It's two and
Okay.
a half feet, okay? 2.5 feet. And the thing is, I can put my foot up, no
Damn.
problem. Just up and
That's
down.
pretty good. I don't know if I could do that. Can't believe you're nearly 77. It's wonderful.
You see, so I can't understand it. I've no aches. I'm not bragging. I've no aches. I've no pains. I don't know. My lungs are good. My eyes are good. My heart is good. So I'm happy, man. I'm just I'm a happy
Mm.
old
It
geezer.
sounds like you're very grateful as well, and appreciative. Like when you look back on your life and even now and kind of whatever situation you found yourself in, you're just like you're just happy to be there. You know?
As a kid, we had hard times. Um, we had no running
Mm.
water. We had no electricity. We had no toilets.
Wow.
We had it tough, man. We had it tough. But but we knew no different because everybody else was in the same boat.
Yeah.
You with me? We weren't on our own. It was back in the late 40s and early 50s. Nobody had anything. So it was life. It was life. There was no
Mm.
TV. Well, when I start talking,
I
I can't stop.
no, I
You
love
know
it.
that by now. I
No,
just
keep
keep
keep going, keep going. It's
keep
so
going.
wonderful to hear your stories and perspectives, and I know that a lot of people listening or watching this will feel the same. Like if you're able to talk about, if you want to talk about it, that is, it's such a obviously as I've grown up, it's always been there's always been toilets. There's always been a house. There's always been TV. There's always been like it's a completely different. We just don't know what it's like. So to hear it makes me feel so much more grateful for everything around me. And I know a lot of other people feel the same, especially in the world we're in, that where you got like computers, we've got phones, and all the technology stuff. It makes me appreciate that. Like, wow, it's actually like I can feel super grateful for all of it existing. So yeah, no, go ahead. I wanna, if you want to talk about it, if you don't want to talk about it, it's fine as well.
Good for you. Good for you. Um, Something that's it's kind of sort of a classical. And I used to have to walk to school every morning from a. I was born in the country in the middle of nowhere, and it was a pretty long walk from my house where I went to school. But one particular past the church, there was a rickety fence, okay, and behind that rickety fence was these furze bushes, okay. Now, there's a poem. Here we go again. Oliver Goldsmith wrote a poem called "The Deserted Village," okay, and within that he talks about the priest, the farmer, the blacksmith, but one was the village schoolmaster, okay. Now, the first two lines of the village schoolmaster, and it read, "Beside yon straggling fence that skirts the way, with blossomed firs unprofitably gay." Now, those two lines brings me back to walking from this country road down past the church, the rickety fence, and the furze bushes behind the fence, and it gives me a thrill. You know, I would look it up if I were you. Uh, the Deserted Village, Oliver Goldsmith, and get to the village schoolmaster. Fabulous piece of
What
poetry.
was the? Oh, there's my pen. What was the name? The
The Deserted
perfect.
Village,
And the poet was Oliver
Oliver
Goldsmith.
Goldsmith.
Cool. Yeah, I'll look that up.
And the portion I want you to look at is, "Besides yon straggling fence that skirts the way, with blossomed firs unprofitably gay, there in his noisy mansion skill to rule, the village master taught his little school." Now, my school had a missus upstairs teaching 30
Hmm.
to 40 kids, and her husband downstairs teaching the older children, okay? And the village master taught his little school. A man severe he was and stern to view. I knew him well, as every truant knew. It's just a heavenly poem, man.
That's wonderful.
I'm sorry, there's just that there's more to me than what you think, you know. I'm just
Mm.
putting that. I mean, I know I prattle on a lot, but
I I love it. I love hearing your stories. I love like you've just such a spark, man. And you can see, like you said, when you grew up, like there was nothing, and to come into like throughout the world, throughout your life, you've just been like, well, you just focus on the positives, always at the light at the end of the tunnel, like whatever situation you're in, appreciating like the good times, the people, the music, and like it's so clear even now, like coming up to 77, you've still got that like energy, you still see it as like that whole outlook on things. That's really wonderful. Even the poem, like a poem to someone can be, oh, it's a poem, but to you, like, oh, it takes me back to walking that walk from home to school. It was a long walk, and just being alive, just being in the world. That's really wonderful. If you could say something to a anybody who's going through like a harder time or a darker time, what sort of advice or what would you say to them?
ooh, oh boy. I would say try not to look back, look forward, because no matter how low you get, you can't get any lower. The only way is up. If you're down so low, the only way is up. And think positive. PMA, positive mental attitude. That things will always be nicer on the far side of the mountain, if you know what I'm trying to say to you. It's hard. That's a hard question, man.
I like these ones.
Um, think positive. Is be my attitude.
Oh, for sure. I mean, like you
That's my
said,
attitude.
you've been through harder times, you've been through better times. Like the harder times always come to an end, and it's always Like it cycles, like you said. It goes up, it goes down, it goes up, it goes down, and that's just how it is. What does the future look like for you? Have you got any plans?
I would dearly love to get back to Australia again, but it's a 50-hour journey and it's a killer. It's an absolute killer. So I don't think I'll do it. I don't know. I was there 12 times.
What's in Australia that has made you go 12 times? It's a lot of times.
Friends, family, friends.
Nice weather, or sunny weather.
Oh yeah, especially around now. This is their summer. I went to the States in '73. My first trip was to Sydney in 2001. Oh man, that was what a trip that was. Fantastic. And then 2002 was this Victoria, that's down south. A family, I stayed in a family's house,
Hmm.
and they come over here as well. So it's, you know, swap.
That makes it really nice as well. That's so cool.
I have a three bed house.
Perfect for, yeah, like you said, you go there.
I, I'm a happy man. I'm one happy person.
That's so clear to see. I love it. We get a lot of students, mainly students come to my streams, and anytime we come to your stream, anytime people are stressed over deadlines or got to pay rent or anything like that, and it's super stressful, we always come to your stream, and it always makes people, it's like after all the excitement and the energy and everything being up here, to come to your stream is like just to relax and enjoy, like you're playing your music, and it's like, oh, this is the best way to end a day. It's truly wonderful. I'm so grateful, and I know a lot of other people are grateful that you share what you do. It's so good. It's so good. And I can only imagine what it must have been like throughout your life when you're playing in big bands, playing at these like concerts, these pubs, like just an energy like nothing else. Truly wonderful. I think the world needs more people like you, for sure. That's why I like to talk to you. I hear your story, like hear where you come from. It's truly beautiful, man. I think podcast wise, this is probably a good place to wrap up. Like you said, just happy. I think it's really nice to kind of process everything you said. Just positive outlook. Just like looking at life in a new way. It's nice. It's really lovely. It's been really lovely to speak to you, Liam.
Mike, thank you for the.
Sorry, I cut out.
I'll give you that, yeah. I'll give you that. I will send you my YouTube link on a private message or a whisper, whatever it's called. So it's up to you. Look, there's nothing spectacular. It's just normality. Let's put it that way. There's no airs and graces. There's no special sound effects. There's just
Pure.
just me and music.
It's so pure though, man. Like it's so authentic, It's just Liam, just real Liam, just being himself, and I think that's really lovely, man. Thank you for sharing everything you do, and honestly, and talking to me as well. I really appreciate it, taking the time out. I don't think I clap enough. I like when you clap. I'm like, it feels good. Like it feels wonderful. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Until next time, I'll put links to your stream and things like under the video. This is for people who are watching in the future. I'll put links to your stream, and if you want your YouTube under the thing. So if anyone wants to check you out, they can come and say hi. There's wonderful people out there, so that'd be really lovely.
Thank you so much, Mike.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Liam. Oh yes, we can finish with a song. Oh, please do. Yeah, no, go for it. Ta-da! Until next time.